And here we go.
Uh, you may be looking at the spiraling duelist and saying to yourself, they didn't put that in the deck.
Ah, well, we did.
Yeah. After we submitted, we decided we were going to switch out our signal pests for the duelist, and
It was probably a huge mistake.
we'll see.
We would have a nothing a 0-1 drop right now if we had that.
Right.
Oh well.
Yeah. Mulligan, no. We can put out the Perilous Mirror. We have Master's Call to get us two.
If we can get
Yeah, if we find
if we
White.
get a land.
And he's playing first, so we actually have 4 cards to draw before we could play that.
Right.
Or 3 cards to draw before we could play that anyway. Now, what could be kind of fun is the surprise element that he's not Metalcraft. Oh, now he is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, 3 damage is annoying. 6 damage is really, really annoying.
Yep. Trading versus
Yep.
we keep our creature. So, looks like we took long enough starting that our opponent went for a lunch break, bathroom break.
Well, hey, as long as we end up equal when it's all said and done,
Yep,
then our plan has worked properly.
exactly.
Hey, we come out ahead.
Yep. This is how we win the time war. We just,
We stall, and then they get bored. They go somewhere else, and then we come back.
yep. And here we go. And more removal.
Yeah, yeah. More removal's good.
Uh,
A
somewhat.
little 1 planes. 2 eventually, but I need 1.
Yeah. 1 for now would do wonders.
Okay, so mirror match.
Yep. We are not playing against
In fact,
a Phyrexian army.
so we will not know whether we have any answer to that or not.
And we got the Forge Master.
Which,
He's in here just to get our Thopter Foundry.
yeah, that'd be really annoying for our opponent, though, wouldn't it? If we can ever get the mana to cast it.
Right. If that ever occurred. Okay, there we go.
Yay.
So now we have options. We could attack in and
Would we divine offer his Snapsail Glider and attack in? Do we save that? We
Yeah.
can always revoke existence something else later.
right. No, yeah, I'm torn whether we kill a Snapsail Glider, whether we care about it that much, or whether we would rather trade our Perilous Mirror for a Snapsail Glider if he's willing to.
Well, the thing is that I like being able to attack in with the Perilous Mirror, and if he blocks with a 1/1, we kill it and we hit him or kill something else.
Okay, wait. We attack in with the Perilous Mirror.
Basically, if we kill this, we attack and we get a point of damage, which is a point of damage.
Uh-huh.
But the key thing of it is that then when he brings out a 1/1,
Uh-huh.
if he blocks the Perilous Mirror with his 1/1, we can hit him for 2 points of damage.
Right.
If we blocks this, we have to hit it, which means we have a slush point.
Right. Yeah, we're not maximizing our stuff, so I guess we'll try Divine Offering on that. Go ahead and attack in for 1, and hope that he doesn't immediately play something that we wish we'd killed instead, but sometimes that's...
We have revoke.
Right. We have Revoke as our backup. There we go. So he used his removal. We used our removal.
Yep.
He didn't use it on our Spiraling Duelist,
Which is nice.
yeah, is now going to come out.
Golmir a little late, but
And if we get one more land next turn, we'd be able to Goldmere and Master's Call. So this guy could be hitting for 6 next turn.
that'd be pretty sweet. I'd be very much down with that concept.
Yep.
He's sitting there going, oh man, they actually played the Spiraling Duelist?
I guess I'll have to use my Galvanic Blast. And done. Well, he must not have had it, because he probably would have played it.
Let's see what's next.
Oh.
Oh, well.
There is the perfect target for our Revoke existence.
I think we need to revoke something.
Now, is he likely to have any sort of
What?
haste? I mean, I guess we probably just revoke it now. Because we didn't get another land, so it's not like we can. So revoke it before he has a chance to do.
He's playing red. He could have something. Now, is he going to have something cheap enough that it's also hasty and...
And he can attach it?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. And this guy has already won the draft, or not the draft, the tournament process, because he has a card that he can trade for 30 ticks or so right now. And,
yeah.
And in some ways, I guess I'm glad that the Thopter Assembly's here, because we were 1 mana away from casting it. I'm not thrilled that it's here, because we can't search for it, but... And now we're 2 mana away from casting it.
And what now?
What do you bring us?
Come on, top deck.
Scrap Melter. That's probably my favorite card from Scars.
It's a good card.
So if we get a land, we probably cast the Forge Master. Do we attack with the Duelist? Are we willing to trade the Duelist for a Scrap Melter? Or do we hold back the Duelist until we have double strike
and just stomp him?
Right. Well, at this point, we can't cast the Forge Master. Do I want... Yeah, I want the Iron Mirror. Because if we get a land, then we can cast Thopter Assembly. I was going to say, do I want to just keep back the mana for Master's Call? But I don't really think it would benefit us.
Well, if he attacks in with it, we lose the 3 mana that we gain, or the 3 life that we gain.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah. I don't think we attack with the Duelist at this point.
We're awful close to having it be that he either can't block it or we kill it.
Right. And his Scrap Melter, we're at 23 life.
Now that said, he's playing a red-white deck. There is a very good chance he can do 1 point of damage with something.
Yes.
So if he's willing to block with his Scrap Melter, we kill it.
Right.
If he's not willing to block with his Scrap Melter, then we do 3 points of damage.
Right. But I think he would be willing.
Logically. On the other hand, we don't look like we're all that close to
right.
Metalcraft. But, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
You play a lot more than I do. So, and you're fairly good at this whole, psychology of your opponent aspect of it.
Well, here I'm just looking at life totals, and our creature is about to become more useful than his creature, so I'm not willing to trade it at this point. His creature has already used most of its utility, unless he has a Glimmer Point Stag, and then I might start cussing. Okay, so we have Burn the Impure. Here is where it gets fun, because we can attack in with the Duelist, and if he says, oh, well, I'm willing to trade for that, then we Master's Call and kill him. If he's not willing to trade, we still are going to burn it before he can kill it with his Barrage Ogre.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. So hopefully he'll just block.
What will you do? What will? You do.
And the great thing here is I'm going to play Master's Call either way. Because either he's taking 6 damage,
Mm-hmm.
or... But I don't like to... Don't show your hand too early. Let him mull the decision on the Barrage Ogre.
Yeah, no, I agree. Do.
And some might argue it would be worth it to just burn the Barrage Ogre beforehand and attack in for 6.
It's probably a valid argument,
Right.
actually.
But keeping some removal in your hand, if you can remove their guy anyway,
Not always a bad idea.
yeah, I like to keep that option open.
Apparently, we've provided him a extreme quandary, however.
Oh yeah, no, he is thinking in his mind, Master's Call, Master's Call, Master's Call, Master's Call, Master's Call, Master's Call.
It's like he's got the mana for it. Oh man, what are the odds? I've got no mana. I got nothing I can do. Am I gonna take it?
Right, and he's also thinking, if I can wait a turn, I can just kill this guy by sacking my artifact. So he didn't block, which makes us give him the double strike. Now before he gets to his turn, though, we have to burn that guy to save our guy.
Right.
And now we're in, again, a pretty good state.
So in the grand scheme of things, was that a slightly douchey way of playing it? We make him sweat and we kill this dude anyway.
Well, he just killed our dude also, so
Sure.
everyone's being a douche in this game.
Let's see. So what do we got?
We have Thopter Assemblies.
Well, that's not bad.
So go ahead and put that out.
So it's going to hit the board, hang around for a turn, and then jump back into our hand.
Right, and we're going to be left with 5 1/1 flyers.
Right.
Which we then can cast it again.
Right.
So, in effect, it's going to take a little while, but we're going to get 10 flying power. If he doesn't kill it before that happens.
Oh yeah, well of course.
Um,
But now,
yes.
obviously the never mind.
But
I was going to ask, given what we have in our hand, given the circumstances, would we attack with the mirror and get 1 more point of damage on it?
I could see what you're saying. What I'm thinking is he may equip his battle gear onto his scrap bolter.
Okay.
And if he does that, he'll be at 2 toughness, and I'd want to have both mirror back
To double block. All right.
Again, if he's attacking with that scrap melter, well, and there,
Well, you know.
yep, he just answered our big threat. But we're still at a place where here it might be worth attacking in with all 3. Because
2.
we get 2 in, so he'll be at 6. Then next turn, if we can attack in, we could deal 3 and use this to deal damage to his creature. Or we could clear the board and attack in
for 3.
for 3. So it probably is worth it. Since he has no mana up, we know we're just losing a creature and getting 2 damage.
Makes sense to me.
Yep. And he's getting kind of close to that dangerous point.
Oh, that's not cool.
Not great. I mean, it'll come back when we Slag Storm, which is now
More immediate.
Yes. And him getting 7 damage in is not ideal.
I mean, I don't like it. But
Right.
he has 6, we have 13.
Yeah, we're still in a better position for life total. Okay. So, no, we can't cast both of them. So we want to attack with our mirror, because they're going to die in a second anyway. And we can get 1 more point of damage in.
Okay. Now, I suppose we could have cast the Slag Storm, killed all the creatures, had the Kuldotha jump back into play, and then attacked with it and got 3 in.
No, it has Summoning Sickness when it comes back into play.
Why?
Because it just entered the battlefield.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah. So, because of that, yeah, otherwise we would have gotten 3 instead of 1, and it would have been a much better deal. Deals 3 to each creature. I definitely like this turn of events. Knowing that he has only 1 card in hand.
One of them was land. At
Right.
least one of them was a land.
And we have Tumble Magnet as an answer if he played something. So Concussive Bolt at this point will finish him.
Yeah, so we
if
attack in and then cast it?
Yeah. All right.
Hey, that didn't work too bad.
Yeah. So game 1, it played better than
Than you expected?
it deserved, I think. But
Well, it had a lot of burn in it.
yeah, that it did.
And there's a lot of removal in that deck.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of it.
Yep.
So I don't think we change anything. I think that Duelist was pretty effective.
Yeah.
And he's going to play first again. And
Ooh.
of course, here we have to mulligan.
Well, yeah.
I like all the other things in our hand. If we had 2 land, I probably would have kept. And here, I say we keep. Like, we have double Burn the Impure, so if he actually comes up with a relevant threat early,
Sure.
I mean, if he's attacking us with 1/1s, or even if it's not a
If it's not a huge problem.
irrelevant 2/2, then we can wait till he gets his 3/3s out or whatever. And we have no creatures, so that's the downside. But when you're mulliganing, or on the mulligan, you have less choice. And so having 2 land out of 6, especially in a deck that only has 16 land.
Only those 14 land. We really didn't want land.
We considered just conceding, but instead we
So we decided to play.
Yep, with our 14 land.
Okay, so.
And here we go again.
Well, not ideal.
No, but
But it's better than no land at all.
yes, that it is.
So, yeah, we'll just have to see what comes up.
Yep. Right now, it looks like he might have a hand similar to ours. Got a whole lot to do.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we got our Brass Squire Argentum
Armor combo.
So potentially we can
Be really, really annoying.
get some haste on that Argentum armor. I mean, of course, we need a creature to actually attach it to, but
I guess technically speaking, you could attach it to the brass squire.
But we couldn't attack with it that turn.
No.
And we're still kind of hanging out in the realm of not a lot to do. But we can put out that brass squire, see if it draws fire.
Which it will. I mean, I think.
Yeah, they may wait until...
We're actually getting ready to attack with it?
Yeah. Or until we have some equipment, or... I don't know. But if they wait that long, they're probably in trouble. Well, if they wait that long and they have a artifact removal, they're going to be using it on the Argentum armor instead of the brass squire. So
you think so?
Who knows? Maybe they burn it. Nice thing is, Galvanic Blast at this point wouldn't kill it.
Yep.
And he showed a blast last turn, so we definitely know that's one of his removal options.
Wonder if he has a hand that's full of land. There's that stupid sword again.
Yep.
But no dudes. You know what it probably is? He probably drew that card. And he's like, I'm not going to not have this in my hand. And
I think we probably Divine Offering it. It's just so powerful.
What does it do again?
+2/+2, protection from black and green, which is kind of irrelevant.
Equipped creature deals damage to a player. That player discards a card, and you untap all lands you control.
So yeah, get some double out. It's not as powerful
as... It's nowhere near as bad as the mind and body or whatever it is.
Right. And I guess we can wait and see, because there is no counter danger.
At the moment, no. There's nothing that's...
And we can play it as an instant, so... Oh, wait, maybe he'll spend the mana to equip it to something, and then we can destroy it.
Oh, well, see what would be awesome is if he equipped it and the Bard Battle Gear to his one creature, and then we Dispense Justice did it.
Right. Or Burn the Impure. I mean, yeah, if we get him to use all of his mana equipping, and then play our parlor tricks, especially on a turn like this where we have nothing else to do.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah.
But yeah, if you have a relevant time to use Dispense Justice, the thing about Dispense Justice is it doesn't have a set limit, so if he ends up playing a 10/10 creature, or he ends up...
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to have that back. But I often play it earlier, like if I had a 3/3 attacking me, I might play the Dispense Justice instead of the Burn the Impure, just because it's so situational. And later, if he has like a
whole bunch of little guys, then he just sacks a couple little guys, and you get nothing for it.
Yeah, it suddenly becomes pointless.
So, is this really complicated? He's got no defenders. Is he really thinking, oh, I should use my what?
He just took it.
Yeah.
I think he maybe is doing something else.
He's playing a separate one. He's actually playing two of these because he wanted more cards.
Well, maybe so. He didn't like his card pool, which included a Sword of Feast and Famine.
Well,
Yeah.
We got Argentum armor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a Sword of Feast or Famine by any stretch of the imagination, because
one's worth 30 tickets,
and the other one's worth
1.
Really?
Maybe if you're lucky.
That's rough.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the Black Steel armor?
The Dark Steel?
Dark Steel armor, yeah.
I like it. I think it's, of all the formats, this is probably where it's worst, because there's Infect. But I think some deck is going to find out a way to use it somewhat effectively. If you throw it on that green guy who can't get...
Oh, yeah, that would be
counters,
freaking unstoppable.
Then then he can't be destroyed. But there's always something else. There's Dispense Justice.
Yeah, where you have to sack
it. So it doesn't
damn
hurt. Or you can...
Yeah. So what you'd really want is is him with... Is he Vigilant?
I don't think so.
Because if he isn't, then you want a quarter shield on him. The quarter shield, dark steel armor.
Yep. I can attack in, and
there's nothing you can do except for stop him.
Yep.
So you need trample. And
right.
first strike.
Right.
Why do you need first strike? Why not, right?
Yeah. Hey. If we're calling out abilities.
Yeah, and flight. We're just getting all of them. Wasn't there a creature that kind of had that?
There are a few that in the game.
Was the spirit of the night? Something like that?
Yeah, Spirit of the Night
had just a laundry list of abilities.
Yep. And like the modern day creature that most people think of is Acroma, which has vigilance, flight, first strike, haste. Did she have haste? I can't remember. There's a white one and a red one. The white one came first, and then in Time Spiral they made a red one, and I think that one had haste. And protection from black and red, and
holy cow,
6/6.
And yeah. How much did this cost? Oh, it cost 3. It was intended to win you the game on the first attempt.
Right, 0 casting cost.
Yeah, you just slap it on the board. Your opponent just withers up and dies. That was what it was intended for.
Okay.
Well, we're definitely winning the Time War.
Yeah.
Unlike Doctor Who, who claims that he won the Time War, but really it only resulted in some really dull seasons, in my opinion.
Well, I'd say that this Time War is also resulting in some dull seasons.
It's a really dull season.
Yeah, I always apologize to viewers at this point, because when we're bored and we're actually playing...
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah. And
see, this is why the game needs like a slider tile thing, or maybe Bejeweled or something you could pull up while you're waiting for your opponent to come back.
Yeah, and this is why our broadcast needs Bob, because while Bob may not actually add anything to our gameplay,
he won't
or strategy,
stop talking.
Yeah,
just won't stop talking. It's amazing.
He always has something to say, and at least 10% of the time, I'm gonna laugh at it.
Yeah. Also, beer. I think that may help a little bit.
Yes, the fact that he provides the drinks, or at least the location to
Hey,
drink.
what do you know, he's back.
Good. So now we can see what he's going to do with his 5 mana, which is apparently nothing.
Huh.
What an odd situation this game is. And we get a creature that we can't even cast.
Well, this is the dumbest thing I have seen in a long time.
This game may never end.
No, it'll end in... I mean, if nothing changed... Oh. Okay.
Okay. Well, the good thing is he will not wait to attack with that.
No.
And we're going to dispense his justice.
You're going to dispense justice all over that guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And dang it, we can't dispense justice
and do that.
So we'll have to wait a turn.
Well, on the plus side, there is every possibility he will just stack that sucker up with stuff. Or he'll bring out a resistor.
But he'll probably put the Sword of Feast and Famine on it. Yep. And then attack.
He's going, no. Oh, I'm afraid. So
it's always nice when they lose one of their bomb rares. It'll be even nicer when we destroy his Sword of Feast and Famine next turn as well. Okay. Here we are at a interesting point. We probably have to play the Gold Mirror because we're going to need to destroy that Sword of Feast and Famine. And the argument now is, well, we don't need to, do we?
No,
Because we can just burn the impure.
Yeah.
So we play the gold mirror, so we will be able to cast our Argentum armor
Yeah.
next turn. And if he decides to equip, which he will, we burn the impure guy and hope that he doesn't healing solve.
At this point, once this is done, wouldn't it make sense to just burn him now? We don't have to. So we wait until he spends his mana. Sure, I see that.
It's a point of life versus 2 of his mana, and I don't really know if that we necessarily made the right play. What I don't want him to be able to do is to put out another creature and equip his Sword of Feast and Famine before we could either burn the impure again or before we can... I mean, we still have our Divine Offering in our back pocket, so we will be able to rid him of that. Okay.
Well, and if he does manage to get something which is stacked up with a bunch of stuff that we can't kill it because of that, we Glimmer Point Stag and we pop it back into his hand and it don't equips it all.
So true.
And so then buy Gold Mirror probably? Yep.
Okay, so now at this point, it would be nice if we had the extra...
Had 1 more mana?
Right. I'm just going to Divine Offering. I don't know. I just want to get rid of it.
Fair enough.
And do we burn the impure on that guy? Do we wait and see if he equips with it? We really want to get to 6, so if we burn the impure on him,
that would get us our armor, provided he doesn't do something else goofy.
Right. We need to get our gold mirror before the end of our turn, so we could wait until his turn and do it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or we could do it now and tack in for 1, but we'll wait. Maybe he'll equip. Maybe he'll...
This is rather annoying.
Right.
It's just constant exchange of nothing.
Right. But our removal, once again, is keeping us in the game.
Yep.
And here shortly may win us the game.
Well, and the fact that the Argentum armor is removal doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
And I think this is great because I think he's going to equip his battle gear. He's going to use the Panic Spellbomb to draw a card and make sure that we can't block, so he thinks he's going to get through for 6. That's what I foresee happening this turn. And at the point where he has used his Bard battle gear and wasted
his mana,
we can burn it.
Makes sense to me. Okay, well,
there's the first part. Now let's see.
Will John's fantastic prognosticative abilities will out? I think they will.
The other possibility is that he does not want to get his guy down to a 1 toughness because he, on future turns, doesn't want to trade with the Squire and has nothing else to
equip to.
Or that he just drew a card that is a fantastic 6-drop and he does not want to use the 2.
Sure.
I mean, there's other things, but...
Well, the thing is that if he doesn't attach it... well. So I'm sure he'd like that for his... Oh, nope, there it goes.
Alright. And so now he'll attack, like we said. And we're going to stick with our plan because...
we want our mirror back.
Yes, we do. And at the end of his turn, he'll equip the battle gear onto that, which is a great play, unless we are bringing in a creature which is going to burn an 8.
What does the Cajolta Flame Fiend do again?
We have to sack an artifact when it comes in, but it deals 4 damage divided in any way we want.
Oh, neat.
So we can deal 1 damage to him.
And 3 to him.
3 to him. I think it's divided, target creatures and or players.
Yep.
I hope we get a land, because I don't really like sacking our gold mirror.
Because then it puts us out of Argentum again.
Right.
Yeah. We just as soon not sack the Squire, just because it's so much easier.
Right.
With him, we can put our Glimmer Point and attach the Argentum.
Right. Ideal is that we either get a land right now or get a land next turn. Either way, we can, attack with a 10-point or a 10/10 Fire Fiend that's destroying something in its path.
That kills something out there, yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm beginning to understand why they say that it's bombs removal. Because, I mean, we haven't really done much to him.
Uh-huh.
But, man, everything good has just gone into the junk.
Right.
It's like, I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, and he has resolved a Victory's Herald and a Sword of Feast and Famine. So he has resolved 2 far superior cards to our uncommon and slew of commons, but we... why not? Okay, well, even though I am hoping that this is not the wrong play.
Now, we could sack the Brass Squire.
Right, but...
Because that would not remove our ability to cast the Argentum Armor.
Right, but it will take...
An extra turn
An
to
extra
cast.
turn, yeah. I don't know, it's tough. Because it's either...
The thing is that it's an extra turn or maybe never.
But not never.
You know what I mean, though.
Right.
I mean,
right.
You go with your heart, man.
Oh, yeah, my heart says Gold Mirror.
And we're going to top deck a land.
We're going to top deck a land, or we're going to exile or revoke the existence of whatever he plays, or I don't know.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Or we're going to Fire Fiend bounce and forget the Squire altogether, give up on the plan that we just came up with. I mean...
That depends on what he puts out. If it's another 4, if it was like a 4 toughness creature that's really badass,
right,
it might very well be worth it.
Yeah, it really would, probably would. But I, deep down, just feel like we're going to draw that land, and we're going to be dealing 10 damage and destroying whatever it is that he's able to put out.
First is Bard Battle Gear, unless we decide to be real jerks and start blowing up his planes since he's light on those.
Right.
Though he's already lost his Victory's Herald, so
yeah. I know. I think he's lost his 2 best cards.
And see, we didn't get any best cards, so we didn't have to worry about that.
We got that Thopter Foundry or
Factory. No, Assembly.
Thopter
Assembly.
And it got destroyed the second it hit. So.
Yeah. Well, in all fairness, pretty much just like what happened to his stuff.
Right, yeah, no. And that's nice to know, that our 1 bomb didn't come through for us. And we still
won. Yeah. And, well, the Argentum Armor is bomb-ish. It's just, its equip cost is so high.
Yeah, if you don't have a trick like Brass Squire, it's
just a little expensive to call it a bomb.
Yeah.
Now you get the Brass Squire out. But yeah, I actually really like the Glimmer Point Stag with the Argentum Armor. Because, I like it being vigilant.
Yeah, I like that. Keeping our 9/9 vigilant stag.
Okay, You've got no people. How hard is it to declare blockers? Like, I'm going to declare this. No, you've got nothing.
Yeah, right now he may be playing the time game. Like, if I wait long enough...
Well, if he waits long, he'll run out of time.
Right, but in the event that we decided to quit...
Go get a sandwich, maybe?
Right. Had a heart attack. Whatever. In the event that this occurred, and he passed it back to us, and we had 10 minutes come off the clock, then he could win.
Well, that seems like a really slow, god-awful way.
Hey, it's not how I would play it, but...
Okay.
So, if we don't get what we want, we probably have to
Revoke
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if we do get what we want, we just get to have the most fun of the year.
We actually get to use a brass squire for what it was intended for.
Yep. Choose target equipment you control. Choose target creature you can control. All right.
Oh my. What just happened there?
Oh, and he's destroying it. Dang.
Well.
He had the answer.
Yep.
So now we probably aren't willing to trade our Flame Fiend for his Strider, because we can get rid of it next turn in one of two ways.
Yeah.
And the 4 toughness, since he has no cards in hand, we want that on the board, because that can kill him pretty quickly. So, we'll see what he puts out. If he has something else that we could split it between and we could 2 for 1,
That'd be pretty sweet.
then I'd probably be okay getting rid of the Brass Squire. I mean, we don't really need him anymore. Now
now he's a 1/3 that does us no good, because I don't know that we have any other equipment.
Right. He's an artifact who may help Metalcraft.
Yeah, except we've seen nothing for that.
Right.
I mean, we've just not metal. What's Metalcraft? Hey, like that.
Right. So that would be the perfect thing to make me say, yes, let's use our Fire Fiend. And while it would be nice if we could attack in with him first, we can't. Yes, use this ability. Goodbye, Brass Squire. And he conceded. So, we...
You know, I almost feel like you're saying just freaking raging.
If I was him, I would be pretty pissed, because we had the answer for
every single thing. Yeah,
we really did, and I don't know whether that is our deck or whether that was this game.
Considering the fact that it was both games,
right?
Where it was just you know what this deck does? Yeah, you aren't gonna get a play.
Yeah,
you're gonna sit there and put land out, and I'm gonna kill everything else of relevance.
Yeah, it's kind of a
red-white control deck.
Right.
How wrong.
Yeah. Mother may I, and not may I play the card, but may I do anything with it once it's on the board.
Sit on the table.
Yep. Well, I think we go ahead and stop this. It looks like we have one more game going. Who knows how long that'll be, but we'll be back for round 2.